What's up YouTube? I'm back in the still standing garage and I'm gonna bring you another video on the Regal here. I'm gonna remove the shocks in the back here. So the car has hydraulics and it also has shocks, so it kind of helps with the ride, but I know those shocks are shot. And then I also am gonna replace my cups, my rear cups. Now that I'm gonna be back there, might as well do it. I've been having these for a long time. These aren't super deep cups, but they are deep cups and they're gonna lower the car a bit. So I am gonna measure to see where it's at right now. Let's check it out. All right, let's see what we're at. Go right in the middle of the wheel. It looks like about 20 3/4. So I'm gonna call it that, 20 3/4. Let's measure this other side. I do want to make sure that the car is even, so let's check it out. So you go in the middle of the wheel, don't want to go into that gap down there. And we're, yep, right at 20 3/4. All right YouTube, so there it is. The shocks are removed. Came out pretty easy. It wasn't that bad to remove. You see that all down, or up there I should say, how clean it looks. Everything's looking good. So now I got to replace the cup here. I want to do it from the bottom here, so I do have to remove the cylinder cap. So as you can see, this cap, or this cup, sits on top of the cap, and the new one should cover all that. So that should give me about 1.5 inches more of it being lowered. And what I ended up doing to get to this point, to have the coils not have any tension on them, as you can see they're all loose, and hopefully there's no oil in the cylinders, is I went ahead and I picked up the car from the pumpkin here, and then I dumped the car, and then I ended up picking up the body, and that's what gives me this being all loose like that right there. Now this right here is set up with the 2x2. It looks like it's a 2x2 tube, and that's where the cylinder gets bolted on from. I do want to upgrade to power balls in the future, and also I do have the plate for this to reinforce the rear end. You know, there's always updates or upgrades for the cars, but it is what it is. Right now I'm just doing that, so let's get to it. Check that out. So it looks like all they did was weld a piece of pipe to the end of the cylinder, and that's how it's held on through there with the bolt. That's crazy to me, but hey, it's been lasting. It's been taking all those hits, but you can see how it's kind of oval already. That's really crazy to me, but hey, it's been working out this long. I'm not sure if the camera's capturing it right here, but there is a lip right here, so the cylinder is not straight, as in flush with this pipe. This pipe is sticking out a little bit. Let me see if I can show you guys. You see that right there? That little lip right there is not gonna allow the cap to come off from down here like I want it to. So I am gonna have to take it off from the top and pass it through the top. So it is what it is. Let me go to the trunk, and we're gonna have to remove them from there. I didn't want to remove hoses, but it is what it is. Let's go. All right YouTube, so this is the driver's side cylinder. Let me see if I could take it off. Hopefully give you guys that view, because it is really tight back here. There it is, got it loosened up. Sorry I hit the camera. Like I said, it's a tight spot, but it is coming off. could take it off from down here. Hopefully it's not too heavy. And there it is. Remove the coil here. I'm gonna put it in the same way that it was. Let me see if I can show you that little pipe that I was telling you guys about. See that right there? Look how busted that is. But it's been working this whole time. I mean, it's welded on there pretty good. It hasn't busted off or anything. It looks a little oval, but it's working. And like I said, my plan was to remove the cap here, slide it out, take off the cup, put the new one on, and we'll be ready to go. But it's not the way it's gonna work out because it's not gonna slide through. As you can see that right there, you see that blob of weld there? It's not gonna allow the cap to come off. So I am gonna have to take it off from up here. But I was looking at it and it looks like I'm gonna have to remove the fitting here to get the PVC pipe out, and then I could slide out the cup here. So let me see if I could do that. Yeah, I can see the PVC pipe gets in the way of me removing the cup. Use the hammer. Bring the PVC pipe down. I think I could bang this out, and that's gonna push out the PVC pipe. Some nice love taps. Socket right there. Put the new one on. But before that, let's measure it. I want to measure this cap and see how much it is. So it's actually about an inch and an eighth. Right over an inch and an eighth, so probably an inch and 3/16. That's not bad. That's all this work to lower it an inch. But let's see how much it tucks in. Brand new machine. Look at that. It's gonna tuck all over the cap, so it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be about another inch and an eighth to lower it. And we can put this on. Actually, I do want to put these back on. It's really ugly, but I mean, it reduces the noise. I know they make other things now, but when I replace the cylinders in the future and get some power pawls in there, there's gonna be a different story. But right now, we can just keep it like this. Look at the difference. This isn't even an actual cup. It's just a piece of pipe, and then what it looks like plate. So it's a donut, and then the pipe here that's welded onto it. Not even welded. It's tacked on one side, and then there's one right there. One bead right there and one right there. It's about an inch of weld on each side, and then a tack. I mean, it's been working. Pretty much the reverse of everything that I just did. And then I gotta do the passenger side. And let's see how much it measures out now. Let me measure this out and see where we're at. See how much more of a lowering we got. One thing I did notice is that the bump stops need to be removed if I really wanted to go even lower. But let's see how much we actually got. Let me see all the way from the bottom here, center of the wheel. And it looks like we're like at 20 and a half. So it probably dumped like a 1/4 inch. But like I said, I noticed that the bump stops on the frame and also on the rear end, where the rear end touches the top, there's a bump stop, but it is what it is. So let me show you how it swings up. So right now it has 6 pumps connected to the rear pump, and it wasn't swinging really bad before because it did have shocks, so it kind of slowed it down a little bit when it went up. But let me show you what I'm talking about. When I hit the switch up, look how it swings. So it's not that bad of a swing, but it's a swing that I didn't have to deal with before. Like I said, this was a daily driver before, so that's why I had those shocks on there. And now that I don't drive it as much, it's alright if I swing around like that for a bit. I do want to make it a daily driver again, because I had a lot of fun with it when I used to drive it, so I remember that. So we'll see how it rides. I'm gonna take it out for a drive and see how bad it swings around. If it's not that bad, I'll just leave it alone. I won't put those shocks back on. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit up that Still Standing garage store. The link's in the description. Thank you for watching. Let's go.